Hi guys, and welcome back to the Crochet Tour YouTube channel. In today's video I'm bringing you another new crochet tutorial, and this time it's another Ooblets one. So this pattern has actually been requested by Kate on my YouTube channel, so thank you Kate for your request. And this pattern is for Gloopy Long Legs. So I've got two versions as usual, so I've got the gleamy version here, and in the video I show you how to make the common version, and there's I think there's an unusual version as well, but I haven't made that one. So you can make whatever colour combination you want, just make sure that you obviously adjust the colours to whichever ooblet you want to make. One thing to say about this pattern is it's not completely perfect. If you've seen Gloopy Long Legs, you know that he kind of has like a see-through layer around him, and I have to be honest, I had no idea how to go about crocheting that, so I've just ignored that for now and done the best that I could with the kind of skill level that I have. So hopefully this is fine, but yeah, that's basically everything. This is quite a quick one, so if you don't have much time, then feel free to have a go at this. It shouldn't take you that long. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into what you'll be needing for this tutorial. For this tutorial you'll be needing aran weight yarn in the following colours: light grey, medium grey, dark grey, blue, light blue and some scrap black for adding the mouth details. Don't worry, you don't need anywhere near as much of these colours as I'm showing here. You need about 25 grams or less of each of them, so only a very small amount. Then you'll need some safety eyes. I've got some 6mm safety eyes, and mine are the ones that have a little clear bit around the edge, just because I felt that was the closest that I had to what Gloopy Long Legs eyes actually look like. Then you'll be needing a crochet hook. I've got a 4mm crochet hook here to go with my aran weight yarn, but if you're using a heavier or lighter weight of yarn you can size up or down as required. You'll need a yarn needle for sewing things together, a stitch marker to keep track of the rounds. You'll be needing your scissors, you'll need some stuffing, you'll need more than this, but this is just to demonstrate. Then finally you'll probably want some pins as well to keep things in place as you're sewing them down. We're going to start off making the head/body. So with your mid grey yarn, you're going to start by doing 6 single crochets in a magic circle. So that's round 1. Then for round 2 you're going to increase all the way around, and that will get you up to 12 single crochets at the end of round 2. Okay, so at the end of round 2 you should have your 12 single crochets all the way around. For round 3 we're going to do 3 single crochets, 3 increases, and then repeat that again. So I'm going to start by doing my 3 single crochets, and I'm going to start using my stitch marker now to keep track of the rounds. So 1, 2, 3, then I'm going to do 3 increases. Then I'm going to repeat that all once more. Okay, so at the end of round 3 you should have 18 single crochets. Now for round 4, once again we're going to start off with 3 single crochets. And then we're going to do an increase. then a single crochet, and then repeat that twice more, so increase, single crochet, increase, single crochet, and then we're going to repeat everything we've just done up to this point once more. So we're going to do 3 single crochets again, then increase, single crochet, increase, single crochet, increase, single crochet. So at the end of round 4 you should have 24 single crochets. I'm just going to talk you through the next few rounds now, so it's just mixtures of single crochets and increases. So in round 5 you're going to do 3 single crochet, increase, and repeat that pattern 5 more times to get you up to 30 single crochets at the end of the round. Round 6, single crochet all the way around. Round 7, 4 single crochet, increase, repeat 5 more times to get you up to 36 single crochets at the end of the round. Then rounds 8 to 12, single crochet all the way around. So I'll meet you at the end of round 12, as in round 13 we're going to do some decreases, so I'll start that off with you. So this is what it's looking like at the end of round 12. So now I'm going to start round 13. So as I mentioned, in this round we're going to start doing some decreasing. So we're going to start by doing 4 single crochets. So that's the first one, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to do a decrease. So we're going to start like we're doing a normal single crochet, but then we're going to go into the next stitch and also pull up another loop, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops, and we're going to repeat that all the way around. So 4 single crochets, and then a decrease, and that should get you down to 30 single crochets at the end of round 13. Just completed round 13. So now I'm just going to talk you through the next couple of rounds, because it's basically just decreases in increments of 6. So for round 14 you're going to do 3 single crochet, decrease, and repeat that 5 more times to get you down to 24 single crochets at the end of the round. Then for round 15 you're going to do 2 single crochet, decrease, repeat 5 more times to get you down to 18. I'll meet you when you finish round 15, as we're then going to place the safety eyes, and we're going to also embroider the mouth at that point and add the stuffing. So I finished round 15, and the first thing I'm going to do is to place my eyes. As you can see, I've already placed one, and I'm going to do the other one now. So the eyes, you want to position them roughly between rounds 10 and 11 and about 5 single crochets apart. So to count the rounds, just count each one of these kind of ridges that you see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. So you can see these are rounds 10 and 11, and that's why I've placed one of the eyes there, because that's between those 2 rounds. Then I'm going to count roughly 5 single crochets across and then place the other eye. It doesn't matter if it's a bit more or a bit less than that, it doesn't have to be exact, but yeah, you want a roughly 5 single crochet gap, so that'll do. And I'm just going to pop the back on the safety eye like that. So both of my eyes are now secured in place, and the next thing that we need to do is to embroider the mouth with some scrap black yarn. I've got my scrap black yarn and my yarn needle, so I'm just gonna embroider a mouth between the 2 eyes. Just as simple as that. And I'm going to do another line as well underneath, just to make it a little bit thicker. And that will do. So then I'm just going to knot these 2 black tails together on the inside, and that's the benefit of doing it now. You can still access the inside. Just like that, and then I'll just cut those tails, leaving a little bit of tail. So now all that's left to do is to add our stuffing, and then there's just a couple more rounds left to do of this. As you can see, I've added my stuffing, and I'm just going to talk you through the remaining 2 rounds now. So round 16, you're going to do single crochet, decrease, and repeat 5 more times to get you down to 12 single crochets. Then finally in round 17, you're going to decrease all the way around to get you down to 6. I'll meet you at the end of round 17 and show you how to close up the hole. Okay, so when we finished round 17, we're just going to close up this hole. So if you cut your yarn, leaving a little bit of the tail, then grab your yarn needle. Just going to weave the tail through the front loops only of each of those 6 stitches. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to pull tightly as I do so. So you can see the hole has completely closed up now. I'm going to weave that yarn tail through the back. Then cut this. So that's the main head / body completed now. Now we're going to move on to making these spots to go onto the head. So for the spots, you're going to need your light grey yarn. It's just 1 round that we're doing, and in this round we're just going to work 4 single crochets into a magic circle. Then pull on your yarn tail to close up the hole. Then cut your yarn, leaving a bit of a tail for sewing. And then for additional neatness, we're going to finish off with a additional fake single crochet. So to do that, just turn your work over like this, then go into the next single crochet, so the first one that we did, pull that yarn tail through, then go back to the final single crochet that we did in the closest loop to us currently, so this one here, and pull that yarn tail through again. And what you'll see is that we've created this fake single crochet here, which makes it look like there's 5 single crochets in the round when actually we only did 4. And what this does is it makes it harder to tell where the round ended, and it makes it more of a neat circular shape. So that's the first spot. You're going to make 2 more exactly like this and come back when you've done that, and I'll show you how to sew them to the head. I've created my 3 spots and pinned them down kind of randomly on the head. And then I'm going to start sewing one of them down with you now, and then I'll leave you to do the other ones by yourself. So I'm going to just whip stitch around to sew this. So I'm going to go into one of the mid grey stitches, then back into a light grey one, and then through the mid grey, then light to mid, and just continue doing that all the way around. Just do one final one. Okay, so just like that, once you've sewn the spot down, in fact I might just do one more just because I feel like it will look a little bit neater if I go over this one again. Perfect. So yeah, once you've done that, just weave your yarn tail through. You could just weave it through the body, to be honest, to the back like that, and you can also do the same with this little tail too. And then you can just cut those tails at the back. So I'm just going to repeat all of that again for the other 2 spots, and then I'll meet you when I finish that. So I've sewn down all of the spots, as you can see, and now we're going to move on to making the legs. So for this you're going to need your dark grey yarn, you're going to need your mid grey yarn, and you're going to need your 2 blue colours as well. I've gone ahead and made one of the legs first so you can see what they look like, and I'll do the other one with you now, just to warn you that they are a little bit fiddly, especially because these rounds that we're working here are only 4 single crochets in the round, so yeah, it can get a little bit tight and fiddly, but just take your time with it and hopefully you'll be able to create something that looks like this. So yeah, so we're going to start off with our dark grey yarn, so grab your dark grey and let's get started. So for round 1 we're going to work 6 single crochets in a magic circle. Then for round 2 we're going to increase all the way around, that will get us up to 12 single crochets, but in that final stitch we're going to change to our medium blue colour. Okay, so I'm just about to do my final single crochet and I'm going to change, as I mentioned, to mid blue. And now we're ready to start round 3. So for round 3 we're going to do 3 single crochets to start with, and I'm going to crochet over both tails to secure them in place. So that's 1. 2, and I'm going to stop crocheting over the tails now. 3. Then you're going to do 3 decreases, so 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to do 3 increases to finish off. Okay, so at the end of this round you should still have 12 single crochets, and I am at this point going to cut the tails to get them out of the way, because otherwise it will start to get confusing. So just going to cut all of these. And now we're ready to start round 4. For round 4 we're going to do single crochet decrease all the way around, so that will be getting us down to 8 single crochets at the end of the round. Okay, so that's round 4 complete. Then for round 5 we're going to do 2 single crochet decrease, 2 single crochet decrease. That will get us down to 6 single crochets, but you're going to want to change to your light blue in that final decrease. So this is my first decrease. Then I'm going to do 2 more single crochets, 1, 2. And now I'm going to do my final decrease and change to light blue, ready for round 5. Oh, sorry, ready for round 6. So I'm just changing to light blue. Okay, so now I'm ready to start round 6. So for round 6 we're just going to single crochet all the way around, but we're going to change to dark grey in the final single crochet. So I'm going to do 6 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, and at this point I'm going to cut my mid blue and light blue tails just to get that out of the way. 4, 5, and then before I do my final single crochet and change to dark grey, I'm just going to add some stuffing to the foot. So I've just got some stuffing, and I'm going to use the other side of my crochet hook to push that into the foot. Then I'm going to do my final single crochet of this round and change to dark grey. Okay, so now I'm ready to start round 7, and you can probably see what I mean about this being quite fiddly with all the colour changes and the small rounds, but just stick with it and you'll get there in the end. So for round 7 we're going to do single crochet decrease to take us down to 4 single crochets at the end of the round. So single crochet, decrease, and I'm going to cut both of the yarn tails as well to get rid of them. Then I'm going to do another single crochet, and then I'm going to do a decrease, but I'm going to change to my mid grey colour as I do this. So I'm just grabbing my mid grey, doing my decrease, changing to mid grey. Okay, so now we're ready to start round 8. So for round 8 we're simply going to single crochet all the way around in our mid grey colour and then change back to dark grey at the end of the round. So I'm going to just work 4 single crochets, crocheting over both tails. Now you can see my tails from other rounds are starting to poke through, so I'm just going to bring my crochet hook inside the leg and just bring them back inside the leg like this. Like that. And I'm going to continue, I'm going to cut this tail as well now, the mid grey one. You don't want to cut your dark grey yarn because you're going to be constantly switching between that and your mid grey in the remaining rounds, so it's best to just keep that sort of running. You'll see what I mean in a second. So I'm just going to leave that tail as it is and finish off this round. So this is my 3rd single crochet. And then this will be my 4th, and I'm going to change back to dark grey. So that is round 8 complete. Now we're ready to start round 9. So for round 9 you're just going to single crochet all the way around in your dark grey colour and then change to mid grey in the final single crochet of the round. So I'm just going to change back to mid-grey. And that is round 9 complete. So all you're going to do now is repeat rounds 8 to 9 5 more times, which should bring you to round 19, which will be a dark grey round. So just keep alternating between mid-grey and dark grey, and don't bother cutting any of your yarn tails until you get to the very end, because obviously we're just going to keep changing between the two colours, so you may as well just keep them both connected. So I'll meet you when you finish round 19, and then we'll just need to sew the legs to the body and then we'll be done. So I completed round 19, which is the final round, and this is what the leg looks like. So I'm just going to cut my yarn, leaving enough of a tail for sewing. And you're going to need to repeat all of that again to make 2 legs. So once you've got 2 legs like this, come back and I'll show you how to sew them to the body. So you can use your pins for this if you want to, but I'm just going to be holding the leg in place using my hand, and you're just going to position it basically at the bottom of the body like this, and we're going to do one either side. So I'm just going to start whip stitching all the way around the leg. Just like that, and then I'm just going to weave the yarn tail through the body, and then I'll snip that to get rid of it. So just like that. So I'm going to do the other leg now, and then I'll show you what the final thing looks like. I've sewn down both of the legs, and this is what the finished Gloopy Long Legs looks like. And this is my gleamy one that I did before as well, so that's both of them together. I hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!